Hello and welcome to this 1-1 Swiss Week 3 match between traiLZ and the Greenleaf Effect, otherwise known as TGE. I am unknown availability and I am joined by Brewers fan JP. JP, how are you?
Doing all right. I hear you have an investment in this match.
Oh, I do. My investment is I was allowed by the powers that be to roll this seed because TGE decided to give us a 3-hour seed last night before the pairings. So here I am to say, traiLZ, I apologize in advance if it is a doozy, but TGE, I hope you get all the things in the world that can make this fun for us to commentate.
Yeah, if you want to go watch that one, you can find the VOD. But yeah, it was a doozy last night for them. Yeah, we will see what these two get and if Unknown gets his revenge.
Yeah, and we're off. And I will say that, shout outs to Diabetes for finishing that seed yesterday. That'll be the last thing I really say about it. But we're getting a start over here and going to try and find a starting sword, some sort of weapon, some sort of bombs, anything to open up more locations. Really, they're close to the vanilla starting location. That's pretty nice.
Unfortunately, it's just a potion shop at Vanilla Start. They're going to look at some of these open caves to begin. There's a few over here. There's some nice keys and cheap art.
Yeah, very cheap art. And 231 for the blue ring. Not the most expensive ring I've seen, so we'll see if they get that, if they get some good rupee gifters, and they might go for that. I don't know. There's a lot of things on the inside that are going to hurt, like blue whiz robes and things like that. I can see picking up a blue ring being a good play.
There's our first level found, level 3.
Real scout out.
Gonna at least peek in, see if I can get something easy in here. There's an easy key at least.
Both of them getting bopped by the blue whiz robe, finding out that those are definitely in the dungeons.
Sorry.
That's a great message for this. I'm so happy. TGE, you entered the wrong seed, buddy.
Right, traiLZ is gonna spend this key if he can get by the poles. If he does, TG is gonna save it. And unfortunately, it's blocked out for now.
Not a bad thing to get that key early, though. So, traiLZ did decide to go ahead and use that key. TGE just went on. I like the idea of saving the key better.
Time for some Lionel dodging, but not our armless item.
But level 8.
Yeah, level 8. Could explore to see if you maybe get lucky again. There's another key.
Another key, and if they get a bomb drop somewhere, somehow, they obviously know a way to get it. Dark Nuts are also in the dungeons. Wow, this is seemingly familiar. Oh yes, and TGE does know I rolled this. I rolled it in the race room, and they also saw it in the Discord that I asked to do it.
Both out of 8. Looks like there's a lot of Dig Doggers so far.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking for that recorder as soon as... In these flags, there are more boss spawns. That's one of the flags that is on, as well as there's going to be an overworld locked dungeon of some sort. That it could be 1, it could possibly be 2. No way to really tell, but we definitely know it's 1. So they're going to be looking for the recorder, they're going to be looking for the power bracelet, they're going to be looking for the raft. to find that overworld locked dungeon.
No luck so far finding bombs, finding a sword, finding even a candle.
Or even a money giver. Like I would be really hoping for a nice high roll or mid roll money giver right now, just to be able to get something to possibly buy bombs when I find them in a shop. TGE rolling on 1 heart right now, trying to get a screen scroll.
There was an arrow and bait shop. You're gonna see Trails go for another Ormos spot. Nope, I have not found the sword yet. There's a candle, but no money. Ooh.
Oh man, a rough rock spawn there to get it over, and a really bad spot at that too. That could actually play really big if the sword is up here or something is up here to be able to get a candle up in Death Mountain area.
There's some money. 27, low mid secret.
Alright, getting my least favorite spot out of the way. Magic sword over here in the top right of the map.
Well, there's a sword, but not one they can pick up. And buy to that money the Trails... Oh, that's a mugger. That's 23 mugger.
Here's money, never mind. I'm going to take it from you. And just to let you know, Lost Lands is now following Trails. Thank you. That's a perfect segue to say, don't forget to follow these runners, TGE, that is The Greenleaf Effect, and Trails. And we also have Boletta on tracking, doing a fantastic job making sure you know what's going on screen. Give them a follow as well. And hey, my good friend over here, Brewers fan JP, also wouldn't mind a follow.
Yeah, I was a Volan on availability as well. Oh man, these runners are just not... This is definitely a rough start. Trails took a death before he could get down that staircase.
TGE getting the better end of it, not getting the money first, but getting the mugger first, so they're going to end up walking out with money in hand at least. If they can get out of here, that is.
Finally a bomb shop, but no money to buy bombs.
How much were the bombs? I missed that.
26.
Okay, so TGE, if they find that bomb shop, can possibly...
That was the item. What item was that? Oh, it was a
heart container. So the Armos item was only a heart container. Honestly, that's a kind of an iffy thing, because if you find the level 2 sword, you might be able to get it with 1 heart. And the Gibdo's being rude.
Oh, there's money, so Trails can buy some bombs. And TG is going to find a bomb shop as well.
26 isn't too bad for the bombs. I've seen them a little cheaper. I don't know what the low and high rolls are for them. Got a Gamba spot over there on Trails in.
Alright, I think we might get to see a coast item on Trail's side.
PGE getting the business from that Armos. All right. Still the mid roll.
What do we got in the coast? It is the recorder.
Okay, so ladder locked recorder. We're definitely hoping to find ourselves a ladder because a lot of dig duggers have showed up so far.
No, we haven't seen this bomb spot yet. Just this. TG's bought bombs. Trails hasn't bought any yet.
Yeah, so that's... Oh, the low's a 2.
Ooh, that's a low secret.
The seed last night was a 1, so... Is that considered a 1-up since his is a 2?
Another secret, another mid.
All these mid rolls, man. We're looking for the high rolls. We're hoping to see that we have a nice high roll to be able to buy as much as we can, possibly a key or two, or the arrows once we find the bow, things like that.
There's another candle shop, but no money to buy the candle. If Trails finds a candle shop, he could potentially buy one.
Right, we've got the letter on Trail's end, and we have got the, I guess you'd call them the connector caves. I don't know exactly what you would name them.
Any road.
Any roads, there you go, on TGE's end, getting a check out of where those end up.
Looks like a somewhat decent distribution.
Doesn't look too bad.
TG trying to screen wrap here so we can get to the left.
Yeah, this little Death Mountain spot is awful. Rolled like every overworld enemy except for Octoroks in there, and they all shoot things except for the one Kibdo. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, looks like in terms of the overworld, yeah, just Lionel's is the one bad enemy. Looks like I got Dark Nuts, Wizrobes. Some of the fun stuff's going to be in the dungeons.
Yep. And really, like, Lionel's on the overworld is still a pain, because they shoot and hit you for 2 hearts without any kind of mail, which is very frustrating. traiLZ is following up where TGE is already checked, hoping to probably find another bomb shop to be able to buy some bombs. There is the sword on TGE's end.
That's a bit of a rough spot for the sword.
Yeah. That is a super... Oh, wow. The Lionel's rolled low, it looks like.
Yeah, one bomb took him out.
Yeah, having that sword up in the top left area of Death Mountain is just... That's rough. That's a really awful spot to get to, and really, it also takes a bit, even from the any road, because now you're looking to have to get through all that stuff. You have to screen scroll to get it.
Yeah, if traiLZ doesn't get up there, his better bet might be to find the white sword.
Right. Unfortunately, traiLZ needs some sort of weapon to be able to find the white sword, unless the white sword spot is vanilla.
Now, the good news is this any road takes you up 2 screens away from where the wooden sword is.
Right, and it looks like traiLZ is going to be heading that way right now, getting the screen wrap pretty quickly. TGE back in Dungeon 3.
Yeah, Trails is gonna get his wood sword.
Yeah, just like that. Gonna be doing a couple screen grabs right there, catching up to TGE. We'll see where Trails goes from here. I could imagine that we're going to be seeing a similar play heading into a dungeon soon.
Well, that's a quick Triforce in 3.
Yep, 14 minutes and about 19 seconds. Our first Triforce has been gotten in 3, but we do not know the item in there, so TGE is going back in, gonna try and find that out. Already a lot of key doors though, so we're gonna be having to use some keys through here.
Ooh, that could be the item room and it's Dig Dogger blocked if it is. Oh, never mind.
Oh, well, you know, this is actually not a bad thing here, okay. Item White Sword in 3.
Okay.
Well, and really it's not all that difficult to get to even without a sword, so that's pretty interesting. So early White Sword, kind seed so far. Trails did get a couple bomb drops to be able to rock that. 26 for that bomb. That's the same price, I believe.
TG's gonna go into level 8.
Level 2 over on Trails end.
With level 2, it's just 2 floor items, 1 heart container and 1 something else.
Forcing a bomb drop off that Dodongo.
Oh,
Those are thick. Oh man, that ow, ow.
you feel bad for Trails there, though. I think you'd be saying different stuff if that was TG.
I mean, you know, all jokes aside, I like for the seeds to at least be somewhat kind for anybody. You know, as a rando player of many different randos, the seed generation isn't based on the person. It has nothing to do with it. It's just fun to joke about. So, yeah, of course, all that kind of stuff. I just want to throw that out there so nobody thinks I'm actually trying to be mean to TGE.
That's fair. That is very fair to do. We're not trying to, but it is one of those things you said. It's totally random chance. There's no like. Oh man, well this is a bit tough combat early. But yeah, it is all random chance. Like I mean, it's one of those things with just superstition. It's like you think you have control over it when you really don't.
Yeah, and Trails did find the bomb upgrade, so that's pretty fortunate. It's 104, kind of expensive. We don't know what our high roll is yet. TG is getting a lot of luck with the stopwatch drops. Like, I've noticed in a couple of rooms that it really has benefited. You know, just prove me right, game. Greenleaf is using the Wizrobe sprite, so you're gonna see the vanilla Wizrobes or whatever be the Link sprite instead. Oh man, this is a kind of a rough room. You got the bunny jumpers and a couple of blue dark nuts. That's wild.
I wish you had a mic you could scream in to just take these out.
Right.
Oh.
Getting cornered, TGE takes their first death. Well, in a dungeon, I should say. I think they died in the overworld once earlier up on Death Mountain.
Oh, traiLZ takes another death too. I think TG's died a couple times here as well.
Definitely another rough combat seed. You've got the Lionels on the overworld, they do not tickle. And then, again, Wizrobes and Darknuts are in the dungeons.
So back to overworld exploration for the time being. Got it. Oh, there's a big secret.
113, that's enough to cover that bomb upgrade. I honestly can see prioritizing going to that bomb upgrade before you get robbed some more. And we did see the expensive key there.
So we found level 9. Still looking for a few more levels. We're also looking for that white sword item. One thing I did recently learn as we find level 7 is that the overworld block can be the white sword item.
Yes. I actually just recently learned that as well. So that can also be behind something that require it can be a train of items to get that. So
There's a heart container for traiLZ, but that's the connector, not the other item.
TGE is going to be following behind traiLZ going in to level 7.
And that white sword definitely come in handy here. Quick Triforce TG is going to pick up.
Number
traiLZ
2.
did see that. Yeah, traiLZ did see it as well, but he passed it by, though it's one room from start, so easy enough to come back in later to get it.
Yeah, I think either choice is pretty comparable. Like, you can just quickly come back in and snag it.
Oh, man.
Did he get the kill off before he died?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell, and even then, it's like a matter of frames if you get it in time.
Now this is this situation you can pick up the Triforce to get the health refill and then come back in, but he's gonna just explore other rooms for now. Okay, aim that 7. Or aim that inkblot, I guess.
Huh. Maybe it's the thing that holds the items from Metroid.
I can see that.
Or a Charizard, I'll give you that. That's a weird looking Charizard, but I'll give you that.
Yeah, that white sword, this Gleox goes down much easier.
And getting a fairy drop, killing it, traiLZ takes revenge on the Gleox.
Another Dig Dogger, but we know that one's not guarding an item because of the shutter door. And another Dig Dogger.
TGE almost up and A-ing out of there, but decides to grab. traiLZ leaves them.
traiLZ is gonna grab that Triforce, and he's probably bailing as well for now. So yeah, with all these Dig Dogs we're seeing, that recorder is gonna be important. So we've seen level 2, level 3, 7, 8, and 9 so far. I think just looking for 1, 2, 5, and 6 still. The rupee counts, I wonder if any of them is going to go buy a candle anytime soon.
Yeah, either a candle or maybe even the bomb upgrade, something to that effect. But we've only found, maybe 2 candle shops, and they really weren't in that fast of spots. Okay, so traiLZ is right near a candle spot. They might be going to that now. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, not a bad pickup. You can get some more overworld exploration going now. And if all the take any's happen to be under bushes, then that candle purchase is probably necessary.
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff we just haven't found, so a candle is definitely going to help.
Yeah, TG's making the same move.
TGE still actually has enough money. I don't know if TGE found the bomb upgrade yet. I know traiLZ has. So TGE might be able to buy that bomb upgrade whenever they get there.
I think it was in level 2, which TG has not seen yet.
Yeah, correct. Yes, correct. So Fred confirmed. I saw Fred mention before that the logic assumes you can buy a candle and assumes you can buy a key. So it's not going to guarantee you a key in a dungeon or anything like that. So it assumes those things are possible.
Now it's time to light these forests on fire.
I don't know why the mug. Oh, level 4 over there on traiLZ underneath a bush. But the muggers being the bunny sprite on a TGE's end is just adorable to me. Can you imagine a bunny like holding you up and taking your money?
I know there's a bunny in Link to the Past that likes to hold a sword and shield. I think he's in chat.
Yeah, TGE is stacked on money now, so really can buy anything that they want. They're going to be set up for whatever they come across.
Oh, what is that for? That's a triple segment? Like, or a double segment, I guess, technically, but...
A one-room off... Wow, that's terrible. And TGE buying the blue ring.
We didn't see the Triforce, so... TG's gonna pick up a hard container. He's guaranteed the white sword item now. So we did see the Triforce on traiLZ side, so that one room's not gonna really have anything in it. Maybe the hard container, but that 2 segment could contain the item.
Yeah, and you're definitely going... I don't see you taking a connector staircase if you find it. You're going to want to try to find it in that, I guess, mass. All those rooms are awful. That 4 is just trash. That's awful.
Yeah, and traiLZ left. GG finds level 6. So we're still looking for 1 and 5. And we also still are looking for the white sword item too. So one of those will be our overworld block.
Yeah, and we're most likely going to be looking for the ladder. Like, the ladder is almost guaranteed at this point to be needed if I'm going to be so bold to assume, considering how many dig doggers we've seen so far.
Into 4 for traiLZ. He might have just been farming bombs.
Yeah, makes sense. Another dig dogger with a key on the ground.
Got a staircase on TG's side, connector or item. Yeah, it's a connector.
Noping out, getting the map. Oh no! Well, we know where it goes.
No, there's two sets of transports in this instance. Level 6. It went one. Did I go one room over?
There it is.
No, okay. There's the ladder on traiLZ side.
In this awful 4 too.
traiLZ is booking it to pick up that recorder.
Yeah, do not blame them at all. With as many dig doggers as we've seen, you want to be able to kill them.
Oh, he's got to be careful, though.
Oh no, that's a bad spot to be in.
That is just rough. Did he get it?
He got it. He got it. He had to have. He's on that half-top. He had to have gotten that.
He did.
They checked immediately. Oh man, I imagine just like clenching so hard as you're running to get that.
I'm just picturing in my mind the dive, like the slow motion dive.
Right, and you're on the ground like reaching out for it, and it's right there, like middle battle fighting somebody, turns into a fist fight, and you dive for the gun. Hitting the 30-minute mark, we are at 2 Triforces apiece. traiLZ has got 4 and 7, TGE 3 and 7, as you can see on your screen right there, being tracked by our good friend Balletta. Thank you so much for that, and shoutouts to the SG crew as well, SpeedGaming, for helping out with this tournament, letting us be on their restreams. Very fantastic. Level 1, French Vanilla.
And we start the mugger, but you can pay rupees, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, at least it wasn't Bomber Heart early in level 8, as soon as you walk in.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Possibly.
This looks like another segmented level as chat's bringing up, just because of how far away that Triforce is.
And one is typically very small. All the segmented levels this time.
Might have an item, though. We do, and it's the any key.
That is a welcome pickup. The keys aren't exactly cheap, and on top of that, the any key is going to just help you zoom through these dungeons. There's been enough key doors to where that's a beneficial pickup for sure.
There is another item in here. It'll be somewhere on the floor.
Alright, this very well could be it. Gotta clear out all these... Oh, floor heart. Okay, so now we're just looking for the floor item, because we know that it's not... That wasn't the floor item, because we've already gotten the heart from the Armos item.
That is correct. It might be behind the Stig Dogger.
Very possible. Oh, I love that. Placing the bomb, using the recorder.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was not a Shadow Door. I thought that was a Shadow Door originally. Oh, this is not a segmented one.
Oh my lord. There's like no room for... Like, at least you know where you're going. Like, you know that there's really probably not going to be any bomb walls unless it's that rude.
Oh, but there's a ladder block.
Oh man, that is beneficial for traiLZ. They have the ladder. And the ladder was in 4, which I don't think TGE has been in at all.
A ladder and... Oh, no, that's another just a key door. That's fine. Oh, the bow.
The bow behind the ladder block. Huge find for traiLZ. I don't know if they bought an arrow yet. I don't think they have. So they can't use the bow quite yet.
No, they did. traiLZ did buy the arrow.
They did. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was TGE or traiLZ that bought the arrow.
So for traiLZ, he's gonna about to pick up this Triforce. Bit of an annoying room, but not bad at all. He comes back in, he'll get his any key. I think he will probably come back in, considering there's only a few rooms left to explore.
Yeah, not much to explore. One is one of those ones you don't leave an item behind in. Very fast to get items, and really in Trail Spot 2, you're not really locked by much right now. But TGE is going to be finding their ladder soon in this 4.
And there's the end key for Trail. It's a welcome sight considering it has 0 keys. Which is weird because you usually pick that up when you have 10 keys.
Right.
TG is approaching the ladder.
Yeah, and even though it looks like traiLZ is ahead, TGE can come back really fast. It's not going to take much at all after finding the ladder, going and grabbing the recorder, knowing that the Triforce N1 is behind a ladder block, probably going to head right back there, snag that bow. TGE is probably in a slightly better position. They can kill runes faster. They have the white sword, which traiLZ has not found yet.
So TG has the ladder. He's looking for the Triforce now. Finds the other finds the heart container.
We don't know what item is in 6 right now, so traiLZ is probably going to be trying to dig that out. Other than like a progression item, I can see traiLZ being okay with finding a wand because of their wood sword situation.
Got a staircase. To transport. Actually, that might have been the same staircase TGE saw.
Yeah, and I don't think they had a key to go south in here. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I do think that's one that we saw on TGE's end as well. No, they did go south because I remember this room. What a message. Have your Octoroks spayed and neutered. Goodbye, everybody. Shoutouts to Bob Barker.
Yeah. I was about to ask if it was Bob Barker and Drew Carey, but yeah, I think Bob Barker's the better call there.
It's never too late to control the over-Octorok population. Alright, we have a possible item room here in 6 on traiLZ.
It is a push block. Is it a transport, though? It's the item. Power bracelet.
Not a bad find. That a few more spots for in total, I do believe, because that is the vanilla take any roads. So that's really nice to find, because I don't think we've found our locked dungeon or the white sword item yet.
We have not. We have not found level 5 or the white sword. White sword item.
Right, because traiLZ does have the recorder, and Greenleaf is going to find it right now, or rather get it right now. So traiLZ hasn't checked the recorder spot, so we don't know what's there.
Yeah, TG's heading straight for that recorder spot. Or maybe not.
They are going back to level 8?
Yep, this is 8.
Not a bad play. 2 items in here. I don't think we've gotten either one of them. We have not. So, really going for an item density play, a very common rando move.
A good news for TG in this seat is that the bow's not going to elude him. It's right on the path to the Triforce in 1, so he'll get that at some point.
Yeah, definitely. But I also understand the play of not going back to 1 yet after you've already found 1 item, and you didn't have the ladder when you went there, so...
At a minimum, we still need to find the silver arrows.
Yeah, chat pointing out that if the silver arrows are deep in 8, that would be very interesting for this race right now, because with Trails having the bow, being able to use it, but needing silvers obviously to beat Ganon.
Trails is in a position that he could soon start pushing towards 9.
Doing the bank on it being in 9 play.
Yeah.
Snagging another Triforce, number 4 on the board for TGE. Still not having their bow, which is in 1 behind the Triforce. Not grabbing any of the items in 8 yet, so going to go back in for sure. Trails getting theirs out of 6.
Tied up at 4 pieces apiece.
So chat, where do you think our silver arrows are going to be? I have my idea. JP, what about you? Where do you think they're going to end up?
White sword item that is overworld blocked.
That is what I was thinking. I'm thinking white sword item, which is overworld locked. Honestly, I think it's going to be behind this power bracelet or the raft is what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's an 8.
What a... Man, these levels are awful.
At least it's not segmented.
Right. Well, I mean, it might as well be. It just has like one little connector to the right, and that's it.
Yeah, this isn't much better than a segmented dungeon at this point.
A lot of folks are saying 8. Couple of 9s in chat. Somebody thinking 5. Yeah, it's really up in the air where it could be, because there's really no block on the... There's no block at all on the silvers. They can be anywhere.
Here's another overworld block spot. Nope, a mugger. There's the raft. There's our other potential overworld block.
Yes, that unlocks a couple of locations that it could be. And again, we have not found that white sword spot, so... With most of the basic locations that are bombable and that are burnable unlocked already, we kind of know that that white sword location's most likely overworld blocked. Or, yeah, overworld blocked.
Trails finds level 9. We did see that on TGE's side earlier. Oh, okay, this is a segmented 8, because you can't bomb down.
You got a rough room here having to kill these bunny jumpers. I know they have another name, I just like calling them bunny jumpers.
About to see if that recorders our block.
And we've had this for a good minute. We've had this for probably 15 minutes now on TrailZ.
It is!
It's the wand. Okay, so it's not the recorder. It's not the level 2 sword spot. So, not a bad pickup for Trails, though, not having the white sword out of 3. So that is a useful pickup, able to kill stuff. No books, so we don't have to worry about having fire in our way when we hit something. Very useful pickup for Trail.
Now, we're still looking for level 5 that can also be overworld blocked.
And we're getting our first raft check location right now. Just to take it. 1 heart away from the low end of the magic sword. Man, the orange whispers are thick. Back into level 6 for TGE. They're going to be getting their power bracelet here soon. Which I've seen most of the locations for the power bracelet. We might not have seen maybe one.
Don't think we saw the one by level 6.
That's, yeah. These 4 BMOS rooms and 2 BMOS rooms that have just tanky enemies are the worst.
Trying to think of where we could see level 5. It could be an overworld spot, but I don't think either of these runners has been to the northwest side of the map yet.
Rail's going to be getting a 1-up on their damage here, getting the white sword out of 3. Picking up their Triforce number 5 on the board for Trails. Still slightly ahead because they got that bow out of 1, which is behind the Triforce spot. TGE just has to go back to, and honestly, it's going to end up being one of those things where if TGE finds the silvers, 1 is not far away from 9, or rather, 9 is not far away from the starting location, so you can get the bow up an A and then head right to 9 and be really ahead at that point.
Just kind of taking a look through our items right now. So we found all the items that can't be locked to 9. So at this point, it's basically a 1 in 6 chance of where those silvers are. We still have an item pending in 2, got an item pending in 5, item in 7, item in 8, and 2 items in 9.
Right, and 9 can have the either boomerang, it can have the red ring, and it can have the silvers, and the book. So 5 items that are possible to be in 9 that we haven't seen yet.
Also the red candle,
the red candle as well, which we haven't seen. Actually, all the items we haven't seen yet can all be in 9. So
yeah.
Because I just realized we've literally found every possible item that can lock us behind something. So
Trails is going to pick up his 6th Triforce here. I'm going to be interested to see if he comes back in or not. He might. I wouldn't be surprised to see him bail.
That's 2 items. That's 2 items you'd be bailing on. Interesting. Okay, taking a bail. We don't know what is behind one of the raft spots, but we know where all of our dungeons are, don't we?
We haven't found 5 yet.
Okay, so 5 could be in that second raft location, which would be very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't hate this move actually, because like I said, you're at 6 Triforce pieces right now. You know where 9 is. I think he's seen 2. I'm actually not sure if he's seen 2 or not.
Now, I don't think we've seen this bomb spot. I actually think this bomb spot was alienated by both runners. Okay, so it's nothing. Yes, Trail's got the 8 Triforce. They just got it, and they left 2 items behind, which I agree. The play is not bad. It's
Okay, there's level 5.
all right. So that's all of our dungeons. So yeah, if you just bank on it being in 9, that's a play to be made. Because you can get a lot of information from 9. Because if Ganon's early in 9, you know you need those silvers. You know they're not going to be in 9 most likely. So it can play in your favor. I'd still call this neck and neck. Like Trails has a little bit more information, has the bow. So Trails is almost undoubtedly ahead, but TGE can easily bring this back.
This is probably the item spot in 5. Never mind, there's the silvers.
Silvers in 5, so Trails is in go. Trails has all the information. They just need to beat 5, get to 2, beat 2, and then, find the pig and beat him and find Zelda. So
GG's back in 1. You just got to make it basically a beeline for the Triforce and he'll pick up his bow on the way.
Yeah, I think this is a one of those educated guesses kind of thing, realizing that you're missing a really critical part and heading into 1 to get it is what it is.
So if TG grabs this bow and finds 5 somewhat quickly, this is going to be a very close race.
Absolutely. Because again, 9 is right there. It's a couple screens away from the starting spot. It's going to be nothing to get there after you get your silvers. Getting their bow and heading towards the Triforce. PGE is better geared on the defensive end. Trails is better geared on the offensive end. Because TGE did go ahead and buy the blue ring.
So that is TG's 6th Triforce. That's Trails' 7th. Trails, I don't believe, has found level 2 yet.
That's interesting. So, Trails not having found level 2, where was level 2?
I don't remember.
Chad, help us out here. Where was level 2?
Maybe he has found level 2 because he didn't burn that bush.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they found level 2. Death Mountain? Okay. Feels like they might have found it a little bit early in the run. And TGE finding 5. So if they dig the item out of 5 and get their silvers, that is literally going to be perfect. That is going to set him up to be able to just, boom, catch right up. Trails is right. Trails definitely was into and paying back the deaths that they took from the one of those land molas in this in 1.
Yeah, those are land molas in this one. And there's the staircase with the silvers. Ooh, Trails takes a death in 2.
More time for TGE to catch up, seeing their silvers, probably breathing a sigh of relief.
Now I'm trying to remember if TG saw it too or not.
I would imagine they did. So, I mean, it's on Death Mountain, and they were in Death Mountain for a lot early on, so I would not be surprised.
Alright, but Trails has his 8th Triforce, he can head to level 9.
So with traiLZ not having the best defense, they only have one row of hearts. They're not on their second row at all. TGE has 3 in the second row and blue mail. traiLZ does not have blue mail. So we are a possibility of traiLZ taking a death and TGE being able to catch right back up. So there's a lot of things that hurt in these dungeons. I doubt that we see a Ganon hug, but it's possible. But here we are in 9, starting off in the bottom left corner of the map. Two rupees for your trouble. Maybe TGE didn't see 2, because they burnt that bush.
Yeah, I'm thinking he didn't.
And that is an unfortunate thing.
So over on trail side, we're looking for a treasure door that doesn't open. We're listening for the roar of Ganon.
Yeah, because in 9, the way it works is the Zelda location will have a spot you cannot open by killing all the enemies in, so that tells you where Zelda's at, or finding the compass obviously will tell you where Zelda's at, because it will not open by killing all the enemies. Ganon, when you're next to them, has the roar, just like a normal boss.
TG is close to 2. And yep, he's about to find 2.
And that is a fortunate find for TGE. You okay there, TGE? You're doing a door dance there. You all right?
Gonna kill these landmills, get his map. Meanwhile, traiLZ continuing to explore 9. The more time traiLZ spends in 9, the better chance TG has to catch up.
Very true.
That's no! Great, but 7 short.
That is so painful, being so close yet so far away. Yeah, and we've been joking slightly at the expense of TGE, and they've been a good sport about me rolling this seed today, just because it was a mildly, jokingly spiteful move because of the seed last night. But it's all in fun, it's all in jest. TGE is a great person, traiLZ is a great person. I appreciate both these runners. By saying that, I would love to encourage you to please follow these amazing runners in this 1-1 bracket, or rather 1-1 Swiss Week 3 matchup here. TGE getting their 8th and final Triforce, going to be heading to 9. Not wanting to up an A, appropriately so. I wouldn't want to lose all my health either.
Over on trail side, he found the compass. He knows where Zelda is, so he is just looking for Ganon. And TG is about to enter 9. I think traiLZ is going to have like a 3 to 4 minute head start on TG in here. And he has half the puzzle figured out.
All right, so we do have audio on traiLZ end, but it's not going to have any of the music. That's okay. We're listening for Ganon, so keep your ears peeled for that low-sounding roar. Our first Patra in level 9.
Meanwhile, TG finds the blue boomerang.
Right, finding out that there's no bomb downward.
Gonna check to see if the roar is here. It is!
That is the roar. Is it going to be to the right? Oh, so it's going to be possibly a wraparound to do, or we're going to need to find one of those connectors to be able to go to another part of the dungeon.
So traiLZ has the idea of where Ganon is. He knows where Zelda is. He just has to figure out how to get to Ganon.
And honestly, this could be just as easy for TGE, just finding the right setup here. The
There's the
red
red
ring.
ring. Yeah, looks like
Yeah.
Trails will get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think no matter what, if that was the book or the red ring, I'd be going in for it every time because the book reveals the map, and that's valuable. But we know it wouldn't be the book; it's the other item because we know that the boomerang was the other item on TGE's end.
All right, Trail's gonna take another connector. I think TG's found another connector as well. No, that's not what Trails is looking for. Doesn't look like TGE's in much better shape though.
Now, I don't know how I would approach this personally, but when you're in level 9, what are your thoughts, JP, about taking connectors early, or would you wait for them? How would you approach that whenever you're routing level 9?
I try to generally hold on connectors a little bit. Just at least try to get some early rooms explored, and then depending on what I'm looking at, maybe start taking the connectors.
Right. That makes some sense because if you find Ganon in the early rooms and like we have today on this seed, and you can't get to Ganon through a bomb wall or something to that effect, then you start taking connectors to find the other direction.
So right now, it's basically which runner gets that connector that takes them to the right side of the dungeon first. Trails is close. I don't know if there's a way from here, though. I don't think there is. I think these are the same rooms that TG... Yep, these are the same rooms TG was just in. And Trails is out of bombs.
Yeah. We hear the exasperation from Trails. I feel that on another level being out of bombs. Any time you're in any of these dungeons, especially level 9, and you're out of bombs or some sort of resource just runs out, you're like, I hate this. Luckily, we are not going to have an arrow problem because our money situation's looking pretty decent. We're just hoping for some sort of bomb drop off of an enemy that can drop bombs.
TG doing a little bit of restocking with the dongos. Just a reminder, we see where Zelda is on Trail's side. Ganon is in that same vicinity, somewhere to the right of Zelda.
Yeah, like a couple up and to the right of Zelda, but we know that we can't bomb from the area that we heard him in. So we have to take some sort of connector to get over there. And TG has a lot of the dungeon also discovered, also picking up their red ring and getting a nice white coat out of it. Now they are Gandalf the White instead of Gandalf the whatever color they.
Trails might have found a path here. Oh, but if there is a path, he needs bombs.
And they told him not to ask. They just work there. TGE getting a really good bomb kill on the Dodongo there and getting the bomb wall, probably by design.
TG... Oh, okay, TG, this is the room that Trails heard Ganon in. But this is the room that he couldn't bomb out of. And Trails is leaving to get bombs. Of course, he gets him first drop out of level 9.
That's great. That is fantastic. You don't have to go far. You got the drop, head back in. Knows where some Dodongos are, so can use that to their advantage to get some more bombs. Very, very fortunate drop there.
Now both runners have the exact same information. Both know the area where Ganon is. Both know where Zelda is. It's just a matter of finding a way to Ganon. And based on how this map's looking, I'm betting Zelda's going to be within a room or two of Ganon. Like, you just have to go a room or two for where Ganon is and find Zelda. traiLZ is booking it back to this room, hoping he can bomb. No.
No. That's unfortunate, man. Oh.
Maybe. We'll say there's the door to Zelda. Oh, this is close.
Right, so we know where the Zelda door is. It's just a matter of finding the way to Ganon. Both runners pretty much have gone through this entire dungeon so far. TGE low on bombs, and traiLZ just has one more. This is looking like a very bomb-heavy seed of rather level 9. We're just looking for where to go. Where is our location to find Ganon?
Yeah, and it's like just how many walls they've bombed. It's looking like you gotta find a connector over there.
And I have to say, I don't know if you agree with me here, JP. If I'm either one of these runners, I am feeling so much nerves at this point, knowing that I am like neck and neck. Not even just from a commentary perspective. Just I would feel really behind on both of these ends. TGE finding the silvers when they did, and traiLZ finding the light sword when they did, knowing that they were behind on offense most likely. Just so many aspects of each runner's mindset coming into level 9 is just nerves by far.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you're a 9, your opponent can easily be a 9 too. Another potential staircase room here. No, it's not. There's a staircase.
Staircase with the ability to get a forced bomb drop. There you go, 4 more bombs. That's very fortunate here, because I can almost guarantee we're gonna need to bomb to get to Ganon unless it's just right next to him.
Oh, that's not it. They're one room apart between each other.
Getting the refill on bombs, very good move there. They're sitting at 8, TGE sitting at 2. This is going to be very critical.
I think traiLZ mic might be on. I think I just heard him sigh.
Yes, traiLZ mic is in fact on. We have heard his exasperation a few times now, and honestly, yeah, that's another reason why I know the nerves are just heavy right now. Not only from my own experience, just hearing the sigh. You know it.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, if you're a 9, you know your opponent can be a 9. But yeah, I think we can keep it on TG the rest of the way because we've heard what we need to hear.
Right. We don't want any unfortunate slips. So, but that we've all been there. A map is very good. A map is very good.
Man, what if it's in that upper right square on the map is the connector?
Ugh.
Which TG is about to get to.
Oh, Lord, yeah, ew. Like a connector into a connector to get to Ganon, and then just really up an A to get back to...
Okay, it's not that room. There's still a few rooms comparing TG's map.
traiLZ is... Okay, I was going to say traiLZ is in a connector again, but they're heading back here. Man, this is when... Oh, guess what? traiLZ has to go for... Or not traiLZ, excuse me. Greenleaf has to go for their own bomb drop in the spot there. I'm not sure if we can go around. It's possible, but I don't know if we can. because I think we bombed there. I think Trails had bombed there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I think I remember being in that room that's too north of where Zelda is.
I want to say we've been both. Man, after seeing the map the way it is, yeah, for sure. That little dash that's above the dark spot above Zelda, we've been in both of those rooms. So we need to be. It looks like we need to either go to the very bottom of the map and do it, and maybe there's bombs that way that we have to do. It's hard to say, really.
I feel like TG found the connector we hadn't seen, but he didn't go through it.
There's so many connectors. I don't know. This commentator has lost track and is just hoping that these runners are not going to lose their mind too much. Except for TG. He can lose his mind. TG finding their map also very useful. It might be a matter of just who kept the information better in their mind or on their tracker.
Here we go, guy. Connector. No, it's not it.
This is the one that TGE explored earlier.
Yeah, like you said, it's just so hard to keep track of these connectors right now.
Alright, TGE is good taking the connector.
There it is.
There it is, right there. So it was a connector to go to the very right. Oh, wow, that Ganon sprite.
Yeah, since it's an enemy sprite on TG's side, it's Zelda we're fighting, and he's got the stun lock. Zelda's down, and TG knows how to get to Zelda, or Ganon at this point.
I was gonna say we have bacon, but I don't know. We have defeated the evil witch.
Is there a door up? There's not. I think there's only one way to the Zelda room. And that confirms you had to find a connector to get to that area.
Yeah, 100%. I almost feel like TGE did that just to be like, can I come through here or not?
According to Rick in chat, Laws calls it royal jelly.
Royal jelly. I don't know if I'll be adopting that.
TG just a few rooms away, just one up and two right.
Okay, they're killing these. Okay, yeah, that was where the red ring was. You need to go up. This is where dungeon tracking is all... You need it. Like, it comes in handy. There we go. TGE is heading in right now to save the bacon. With a time of 1:12:29, TGE came from behind. Return of Ganon. GG's to TGE. See if we can't get them in here for a interview as Trails gets into the Ganon fight. TGE, my friend, my seed roller from last night.
Well, it was a little bit on the more friendly side than the one we rolled last night, but my word.
Listen, I said it to everybody in chat. I obviously mean no ill will. It's all in jest, and I know you know that as well.
Oh, of course, but hey, the seed for the most part was fine, but that was a fantastic Ganon location.
Right, and Trails was literally spending all their time trying to find that spot because it was a connector. It was confirmed a connector. And
yeah, so the fun part about that was the Patra blocked the roar, and I didn't hear it the first time. I walked back in the second time, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Looking at the way I intricately track my 9, so I'm looking, I'm like, I literally have 2 spots left. I know where I have to go. Because everything I have bombed, I can't get over there unless it's a staircase.
Yeah, that is just wild, because traiLZ actually killed the Patra and then came back in and heard the roar. So they had the information really early on and was trying to find where that was and just tried every connector possible. And it just turned out to be this long drawn out 9, which allowed you to have some time to catch up because you were behind. You were behind at some on information at some point.
I'm going to assume that my behind was because traiLZ found 4 before I did.
No, actually, the behind was mainly because they had the ladder first.
Yeah, which was 4.
Right, and they got their bows. So yeah, you're correct. Excuse me.
Yeah.
you were correct. So yeah, they found the ladder. They went into 1 with the ladder. They beat 1, and they just found their way through. They had to leave 9 as well to get bombs, like you did, but they did it earlier. Like, y'all were neck and neck at the very end.
Well, I mean, to me, like, these tournaments are supposed to be having fun, and we get seeds like we saw last night, which, I mean, it's fun after the fact. If you're playing in the seed, it's not fun at all. But to me personally, like, I love a seed where it's a minute and a half difference, or the trolley seed that I played week 1, or even the seed I had last week against Jay Cope, where it was behind, storming back, you lose to a bomb wall. To me, I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing here on the stream or as a race is entertaining for the people to watch.
Yeah. Do have traiLZ finishing up with a time of 1:14.49. I think we got him to come in as well. Yep, we have traiLZ joining us as well now. GG.
Hey, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So what happened? I mean,
Ganon happened.
But I mean, like, what happened from the top down? Like, what was I at 9 first?
You did make it into 9 first, yes, and you had the Ganon and Zelda information first.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured. I must have walked past that staircase a million times. I don't know how I didn't take it. As soon as I found the staircase, TG, you finished.
Ah,
Yeah.
The crazy part about it is I'm looking over, I'm like, you're gonna finish. I kill Ganon, I'm like, oh, he's right next to Zelda. Okay, can't go this way. No, you have to go that long way. No.
Yeah, that's the worst. I did the same thing. I went around and was like, man, I just knew there was gonna be a door over there. But by that point, I already knew, the way to Zelda. I tried to bomb down that way and ended up running into her a different way.
Yeah, that was a that 9. Like, I'm a fan of like nice puzzly 9s, but that 9 was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was probably free if we took the right staircase, and the right staircase was out in the open, free for the taking. So I feel like you and I were just really unlucky, but I'm glad I was able to make it a close race.
Oh yeah, you were. I want to let you know you were actually ahead at one point. You were ahead going into 9 because you found 4 and got the ladder out of 4 first, which allowed you to get your bow and just have that nice little snowball effect there. And 9 just did 9 things like this randomizer does.
Did he full clear 9 like I did?
Oh yeah.
Because I saw every single room, and I was like, "Where's the staircase? I must have missed something."
Yep, yeah. My map on my Z helper is completely chock full. I know. Yeah, the map.
Yeah, we saw both of you pause at one point, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a matter of just finding the right staircase. They've been in every room.
Yeah, that's scary. That's a scary thought, man. And when you find the staircase, it's like, good God, man, it was right here. It was the single push block with the 3 Stalfos in it. Like, how did I not check this?
Yeah, I mean, for my map, I'm looking at my map. I'm like, wait, there are 2 rooms down here. Like, I can't remember if I had the map of 9 or not. I saw it when I jumped in here and saw your stream, so I know what it looks like. I can't remember if I had it or not. But I'm looking at my map. I'm like, okay, I've bombed everywhere. I've got like literally 2 spaces left. One that is a room I can go into. Let's go there. That's got to be the answer, or it'll get me a map and it'll tell me where to bomb.
Yeah, but I felt like I had been through all the staircases, and I was like, wait a minute. And at that point, I had the map, and I looked, and I was like, did I miss a bomb wall? And I went down there. I thought you could just go along the bottom there and bomb across, but evidently you couldn't.
Yeah, no, that was yeah. Aside from that 9, the rest of this seed. I mean, how early did you get to 3?
I got to 3 almost immediately, but I just marked it down and left because I couldn't do anything.
Because that was the first place I went after I got wood sword. I'm like, oh, hey, cool, here's a white sword. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, you got the white sword early. I got it late.
Yeah, so this is like the all 3 of my seeds have had a fairly early either a red ring or white sword. So it's like I see all these seeds that have horrible combat, and I'm like, eventually I'm going to get one. Eventually I'm going to get one, but. Please don't be this week. Please don't be this week. And I'm like, hopefully, eventually, maybe. I'm hoping I don't ever get that.
I'm not gonna lie, I must have died 100 times. Let me see the death counter. I wanted a blue ring so badly, but
I picked one up because I found back-to-back large secrets. I'm like, nope. I'm saving a blue, buying a blue ring. So I'm like, I had his blue ring white sword from like 25, 30 minutes in. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going.
Yeah, not me. I had I bought the blue candle because I hadn't had a blue candle.
Yeah. Oh, you want a quick funny bit of trivia? So that take any that was the first take any I found on the restream here. That's the first take any I found in 2 weeks. Because if you go back and watch my race from last week, the routing was so strange on that race. I never found a take any.
Oh wow, well that's good. If you're doing so well and you're not finding take any's. I found one that was on underneath of a burn bush, and then I found one that was on the coast, I think.
Yeah, I found the burn bush one. So here's the craziest part about this is it's like I had by the end of it, like I have all 3 overworld items. I still haven't found the overworld block. I looked on the screen, so I know it's the wand that was the white sword item.
Yeah, it was blocked behind the whistle at Lake.
See, I was in such a I gotta find dungeons mode at the end when I'm like, okay, just go, and then I'm like, I get up to where I'm going, I'm like, oh crap, there was a recorder spot. Well, I hope that's not level 2.
That's pretty funny. I totally skipped level 8. I got the Triforce and never went back in.
I dug a little bit. There was a raft in there, and then yeah, that dungeon. I got the map for that. That was a monstrosity.
Yeah, I had the whistle. I had the whistle, so I figured, if the whites all I needed was the silver arrow. So I was like, if the silver arrow is not in 2, I'll just whistle back to 8.
Yeah, well, I left 8 after doing a little thing with the 6-1. I'm like, I got to find these last 2 dungeons. I've got 1 item out of 8. So if silvers aren't, now again, I didn't have the white sword. I'm like, if silvers aren't in either one of those, if I find dungeons, like I want to find. My thought process, I want to find the last 2 things that aren't overworld blocked. That way, when I'm looking for it, if I need it, I know exactly where to narrow down my stuff. That was, of course, after the, oh crap, there's a recorder block that I missed. Then I'm like, well, I missed it. Let's just try and find everything and then go back to whatever the block could be, because at that point, before I find 2, I'm like, Trails probably didn't dig this 8 because it's an awful, awful 8. I'm hoping like, please be raft, please be raft, please be raft.
If it was silvers underneath the recorder lake, you might have been toast.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, I found them pretty quickly in 5.
Yeah, that's where they were, 5. I remember I go moded too. Did you ever find the red ring?
Yeah, I did. I went in every staircase in 9. Red ring, yeah, I got red ring. I found the unfortunate boomerang. I don't know what was in 2 or 7 or the last item in 8.
Yeah, I don't know what was in either of them. Also,
yeah, we actually didn't have that information at all. We didn't see 2 or 7 and the second item in 8 at all.
But on the other hand, if Raft was blocking anything at all, Palace or anything, you would have probably smoked me by a good 15 minutes. So 8 would have been the last place I went.
Yeah, but this is a much more fun, minute and a half, 2 minute difference. Like these are the fun races where you're looking like, okay, has he pressed done, no, yeah, and your hand is going over to the mouse and it's shaking, like trying to load it on the down. Like, no, I misclicked twice because my hand is shaking.
Yeah, it would definitely. I was looking over like crazy too. I was pretty excited.
Yeah, so I do want to thank you both again, chat. Your runners today, Trails, the Greenleaf Effect, give them a follow. They did a fantastic job, down to the wire, right at 2 minutes between both runners. Just a fantastic match here in Week 3 Swiss. I want to give an option for Trails. Any last thoughts about the seed or anything going on?
Oh nah, I'm just glad I had fun and it was a nice close race, man. And thank you guys so much for everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very much. Thank you guys for showing up doing commentary. And I know, I hope it was cathartic a little bit, UA, to get a little bit of revenge on me from that seed for last night.
I don't know, man. I might be looking at that 2-1 Swiss and just thinking, okay.
I'm down. Let's go. I'm in.
All right. So, any last thoughts, CJ?
No, like overall, like so far, the big thing is for the most part, everything I've seen has been just, close matches and fun. And to me, this is the first tournament I've done in a couple of years. This has just been a blast. So that's really my final thought is just have fun. You get seeds like you get all kinds of seeds. You get ones like this one. You get ones like the last night's seed. They're all kinds. So if you are playing this, if it's your first time playing, you're getting in through this tournament. Don't let a bad seed that gets rolled discourage you. It's all random. There's going to be seeds that are going to be fun. There's, and the tough seeds can be rewarding. So that's my big final thought is if this is your first time playing, if you're just watching this now, don't let, some of these tougher seeds that you see, don't let some of these tricks you see us doing dissuade you. Get in, have fun, join the Discord. There's a link here. We can get it to you and ask questions. Everybody in that Discord is more than happy to answer questions and help you out.
Fantastically put. As a new runner myself, I literally have only picked this up probably in the last 4 weeks, last month since this has started. The tricks are not overly difficult. They are pretty easy to come back and learn and do. And there's a lot of things that are available out there. And this community is absolutely 100% fantastic. So I agree wholeheartedly with what TGE just said. As a new runner, so I jumped headfirst into a give me all the bosses you can throw at my face tournament. So so yeah, it's something you can do and it's fun. It is actually fun. This is one of the few randos that I have personally played that it doesn't quite feel, even with the seed last night that was frustrating, it doesn't feel quite as bad getting some of the seeds that are awful. It doesn't feel quite as bad. And this is coming from a runner who has played Link to the Past Randomizer, who has played a bit of Z2 Randomizer. I've played Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI Randomizers. I've played Final Fantasy I Randomizers. I've played a lot of randomizers, so I'm familiar with how it can be. So definitely shout outs to this community. I do want to go ahead again, shout out SpeedGaming, thank you so much. Shout out our tracker, Baletta, thank you so much. And also my co-commentator, Brewers fan JP. It's always fantastic commentating with you. Go ahead and lead us out.
Yeah, good working with you as well. Thanks to everyone as well. And just looking ahead, don't have to go too far for now. In about a half hour, we've got another match starting at SG5. That will be Homer J. Smash versus Mr. Dunlow. And then 12 minutes after that, I'm guessing there's some significance to this time, but...
The Rush album, 2112.
Thank you. But yes, we will have Boogie Smalls and... I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this one, but Zoas, Exoas.
Zoas, you got it right, Zoas.
So, I did get it right, but okay. Yeah, Zoas 19, that'll be on SpeedGaming 2, so that'll be in about 45 minutes here. So yeah, don't go too far. Take a little break, and then we got a semi-doubleheader go. Oh, and Rick also bringing up something. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the Z1R 7th birthday race. And I'm assuming that'll be restreamed somewhere, so keep an eye on for that as well.
Absolutely. So not very far to go at all here at Speed Gaming 2 in 45 minutes, and then Speed Gaming 5 in about 30 or 15 rather. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, rest of your weekend, and hey, stick around. More Z1 Rando to come. Have a great day.
We'll see y'all later.